clouds, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of...
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers, 1 yard there, and they're getting him involved early.
This or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Rodgers now on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his 1st drive. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Rodgers to throw once more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, They've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. They find some open field here. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl? Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11 at the 41. Draw. This is Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers nothing.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
3-yard line.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. This one complete to Tonyan underneath. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
First down carry for Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
They've missed, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. His throw incomplete.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the option, it'll be Kaepernick. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
39-yard line.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. That'll be complete to Cook. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and...
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
The ball carrier.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Flush to his right. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Kaepernick to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And Bailey able to knock it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
For Green Bay.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this carries into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. That's the second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that will be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
3-yard attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Complete. Jefferson the target. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. The Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And it'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And he fires one, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, here's the run with Cook. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. 9 yards yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. Now that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Second and 12. Option play, and Kaepernick's going to run with it. Finding room inside the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down. Well, that little John helps, able to pick up the first get out of bounds as well.
And he has to play a little bit of risk-reward here at this time because they need these first downs, but you know the risk is if they catch him inbounds and tackle him, the clock continues to run and grinds things for him. So he's able to get it done, get out of bounds, and conserve a little bit of time as they try and get the ball downfield.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Packers 24, Vikings 14. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Kaepernick to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brings up third down.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Well, the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action. Now Kaepernick. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Now a desperation throw deep down